Welcome everyone to our episode 109 of our podcast. In today's episode, we are going to talk about live longer and enhance your aging with meditation. We are going to discuss how to use meditation to live longer, healthier, stronger. We are going to prove and discuss everything that has to do with the molecular mechanisms of the meditation process in terms of how it regulates your metabolism of glucose in the brain, how it maintains several structures of your brain, several connections, and how it enhances your attention, and of course, your capacity to withstand any kind of stress, and also to have more resilience in your life, as well as enhancing the quality of your life. And what are the parameters to measure the quality of your life, and which parameters are being enhanced and have been proven to be more regulated, more extended in these people that practice meditation more regularly. So to discuss about this topic, I used the article of the author Klimecki from 2019, The Impact of Meditation on Healthy Aging, the Current State of Knowledge, and a Roadmap to Future Direction, which is from the journal Current Opinion in Psychology. So what do you do to lower your stress? What are the techniques? What are the rituals? What are the things that you use to regulate your stress? And how do you detect, or how aware are you for your stress? Implementing mindfulness in your life not only will improve your attention, your cognitive skills, but it will also lower your stress levels by regulating your heart rate variability, giving you the ability to increase your telomerase and protecting the length of your telomeres, which is a key sign of keeping your body young and active for any future challenge. So the most prevalent form of training employed in longitudinal studies is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation consists in cultivating your vigilant awareness of your own thoughts, your actions, your emotions, your motivation, and what are the kind of pain that you are having in your body. Mindful meditation learns to intentionally attend to internal or external experiences in the present moment without making any judgment. Meditation training has delayed dementia and promote healthy aging. Dementia currently affects 50 million people worldwide. So it's a big quantity of people that is being, that now has this disease, and is broadly defined by brain atrophy, significant decline in cognitive and or behavioral functioning, and loss of ability to live independently. So far, meditation practice has been shown to improve cognition, to improve your well-being, your health in this third stage of life or in your older age, and it could potentially contribute to delay the onset of dementia. Preliminary evidence in these studies suggests that meditation training preserves brain structure and also, this is very important, regulates glucose metabolism and brain connectivity in older adults. Cross-sectional evidence from several studies in expert meditators suggests that meditation may preserve brain structure and regulates this interaction with glucose. The first studies in this domain have been done in middle-aged meditation experts, as well as in the findings. They found that They reduce the age-related atrophy in the hippocampus, in frontal and temporal brain regions, and in a recent study, gray matter volumes, brain volumes, and glucose metabolism were proven to be much better in 6 older adult expert meditators when compared with 67 age-matched controls. So, as you can see, this practice of meditation, mindfulness meditations, preserves several regions in sensitive to aging, including ventromedial prefrontal cortex, the region that allows you to be more rational, to solve problems, to have more attention, in the anterior cingulate cortex that regulate some part of the emotions, in the bilateral temporal parietal junction, which also allows you to regulate these executive functions, in the insula that controls emotions, and in the posterior cingulate cortex that also allows you to regulate this spatial capacity of memory. So in another study, with an algorithm, they identify anatomical correlates of age in the brain, reveal that the structural brain characteristics of expert meditators appear to be 7.5 years younger, 7.5 years younger than those of age-matched controls. That's a very good amount of age enhancement, if you want to see it like that. So these long-term meditators have larger fractional anisotropy than controls, indicating more numerous dense and fast fiber tract connections. A cross-sectional study with expert meditators could be important to corroborate these findings in these longitudinal studies. So overall, the neuroimaging of this study suggests that meditation practice could help to preserve gray matter, brain structures, brain glucose metabolism, and brain connectivity in older age. So, in short-term training, reviews of age-related effects from short-term meditation training on cognitive abilities have been also reported improvements in memory, in attention, in executive function. So all of these things are being impacted just by receiving this peaceful state, being able to have rituals to be at peace. And it doesn't have to be strictly this meditative practice, but having time to reflect, to journal, to be with yourself, to be with nature, and to have peace of mind, to be more vigilant of what you are feeling, of your emotions, of your thoughts, without judging anything. So this has also been proven to impact clinical anxiety, depression, and any kind of cognitive concern in terms of increased dementia risk. So in summary, this first study has proven to be good for cognitive health, for having more awareness of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your actions, to regulate the onset, to delay the onset of dementia, and promote cognitive skills to have more well-being. Preserves brain structures. So regions like the hippocampus, frontal, and temporal brain regions are being preserved, and they are less prone to have atrophy. So they have more gray matter volume, and they have much better glucose metabolism in brain regions sensitive to aging. And as we know, Alzheimer has been labeled now as diabetes type 3. So this has to do with the regulation of glucose in the brain and how the brain uses glucose. So if you are using this technique of mindfulness to allow yourself to be at peace, to regulate your stress, to lower your heart rate variability, this will increase the level of attention that you have, your executive function, your fluid intelligence, compared with anyone that doesn't meditate. Even in short-term meditation training has been shown to have improvements in memory, attention, and executive function. Has benefits, of course, in cognitive mental health, cognitive concerns, depression, and anything related to developing dementia. And the neuroimaging studies have shown how these long-term effects of meditations on brain structure, cognition, and aging-related brain changes can be sustained. So now, passing to another study that I analyzed in order to give you this information. This is from Dasanayaka. Sorry for the name, but it's extremely difficult sometimes to pronounce this. 2022, and the title is Impact of Meditation-Based Lifestyle Practices on Mindfulness, Well-Being, and Plasma Telomerase Levels. This is a case control study and is from just the last year. So this fast-paced and complex lifestyle demands that we have at work and in our personal lives will lead to many people to anxiety, to stress, and having a lot of problems in terms of chronic diseases. If the stress is acute, it's just for one short period of time, the human body is typically able to recover from that. But when you have ongoing stress and it becomes chronic, this can cause or aggravate both your mental and your physical health problems, including premature death. And many numerous psychological interventions have been introduced to alleviate these issues. And there has been exceptional focus on this meditation-based intervention in the recent years. Why? Because it's a more holistic approach, it's a non-invasive approach, and it allows your body to really be in contact with what you are feeling, with any kind of pain at the preventive time, or to readily be able to detect this kind of disruption in any kind of connection within your body. And it allows you to achieve a clear, calm, and stable mind, have more self-awareness, more relaxation, more tranquility. So meditation has been perpetuated to this day in a variety of techniques, including, of course, loving kindness, body scanning, Zen, mindfulness, breathing, concentration meditation, and all of these have its roots in different religions and traditions throughout time. So this is not a new technique. This is not something new. It's new that we are seeing now the evidence that this technique can be applied to improve your physical and mental health if you are consistent in being more impactful in your positive psychological health, and it will allow you to have more longevity and also healthy aging. Moreover, quality of life has been improved. What is this? What is the quality of life? What are the psychological attributes of this? Molecular processes that include telomere maintenance regulated to aging are sensitive to meditative practices. Aging is a series of roots, pathways headed for death, where each instant from birth influences the quality of life. As we age, many of the functions deteriorate, and you can be more prone to develop any kind of ailment. So in improving this quality of life is the ability to regulate and retain control of one's own choices, feelings, behavior, healthiness, comfort, and bliss experienced by you. So, an increase in life expectancy and aging population in many countries has renewed interest in these approaches of preserving this quality of life. And mindfulness has been proven that when you are in the present moment, when you are paying attention to what you are feeling, the kind of thoughts and emotions that you are having, the kind of reactions that you are also having to certain challenges of your life, allows you to be more regulated and to let go of the things that you don't need in your life to regulate these negative emotions and to have much more resilience in terms of your molecular mechanisms. Now, let's go to talk about the telomerase. This enzyme has been postulated to be a psychobiomarker, which is used as an ultimate predictor of human age. It is a ribonucleoprotein enzyme complex, so it's a lot of proteins that are assembled and counteracts the replication-related attrition of telomeres and the protective end caps of chromosomes. I will show you an image so that you understand all of these things about the telomeres and how they are little caps that protect your chromosomes and how it prevents the onset of age-associated diseases because it protects you against oxidative stress and against the continuous replications of cells and aging of the cells. Similarly, this reduced telomerase activity has been associated with accelerated cellular senescence, so aging of your cells. And it has been observed in many meditators that they have a high concentration of plasma telomerase compared to age and gender match non-meditators. Their results show that long-term meditators are more adept at identifying and labeling their experiences. They have more skills to self-accept themselves, to detach from negative thoughts and emotions because they are more aware when they are having them and they are able to just release those kind of thoughts. And it has been shown that long-term meditators have higher perception of their well-being, health, and life satisfaction as reflected by higher subscores across all the key domains of quality of life. So this is the importance and the relevance of having time for your life. And this telomerase is an enzyme that the activity will be influenced by its concentration. The increased activity of this enzyme in meditators is in agreement with many assays and experiments that support that telomerase levels in the peripheral blood is a surrogate marker of telomerase activity. All of these results show a significant associations between mindfulness with plasma telomerase levels. And as I mentioned, the quality of life is also being impacted. So how can we summarize this? Chronic stress and meditation. What is the relationship? Chronic stress, as I mentioned, can lead to both mental and physical health issues, chronic diseases, and there has been a growing focus on meditation-based techniques to regulate. Meditation aims to create this connection between the mind and the body, promoting relaxation, self-awareness, and tranquility. Now, what is the impact of meditation in aging and quality of life? Aging significantly impacts the quality of life, including the ability to control choices, feelings, behavior, health, comfort, and happiness. As life expectancy increases, there is a renewed interest in showing how meditation enhances and preserves this quality of life in all these multiple traits or characteristics of quality of life. Mindfulness and psychological well-being. What is the evidence there? The ability to pay attention to the present moment experiences is not limited just to older adults. Of course, everyone can be more present in what they are doing. And this offers a lot of benefits in your cognitive behavior across different age groups, improving how you feel. Telomerase and aging. As I mentioned, this enzyme influences the rate of aging and age-related diseases, preventing or preserving the length of telomeres, which protects your chromosomes. Reduced telomerase activity has been linked to accelerated cellular aging. The overall meditation impact in long-term meditators, they exhibit these higher levels of quality of life, plasma telomerase, and they improve their mental health and the association to the quality of life. So now, how can I show you in some images what is happening in your body? Just pay attention to these amazing structures and how they are impacted in your life and how your life can be improved in the regions, in the things that we are doing, and also how they can be impactful in many of the regulatory processes in your molecular health. Now, if you have more stress, you are liberating more cortisol. You are increasing the quantity of cortisol. Stress also sends a signal to increase this factor, which is a messenger that triggers many inflammatory processes because you are in a situation of threat. You are being more ready to respond, to do something because you are in stress, and this affects the level of language in the terms of liberating cytokines, which are messengers, chemical messengers, and all of these cytokines, the profile of these cytokines is pro-inflammatory. What does this mean? That it activates many of the chemical cascades that will increase your inflammation processes, including the liberation of corticosteroids, and this will improve the liberation of acetylcholine, and this will increase the liberation of cortisol, and we close this gap, and we keep looping the stress in your life. Now, in the other section of the regulatory processes, it increases glutamate toxicity, which increase the liberation of calcium, which increase the liberation of reactive oxygen species, increase the oxidative stress, and we close the second pathway to keep increasing the stress. So in two sections, let's say this is the physical part of your health, the metabolic physical part of your health, and this is the mental health of your stress. In both realms, you are being impacted when you have more stress. Now, if you apply meditation practices, what you do is you lower your stress. You increase the gene expression of substances that will increase the plasma telomerase levels, and this will protect these yellow parts, which are the telomeres, and they protect the aging of your cells. They lower your rate of aging, and they increase your mental and physical well-being. They also regulate and allow you to have less problems when sleeping. So as we have mentioned in several episodes before, sleep is extremely important to repair your cells, to renew many molecular compounds in your metabolism, and to sustain a much better attention on what is happening in your life. So, as you can see, here we have the clear evidence of how this process works within your mental and physical health. Now, what happens in terms of the regions that are being activated and preserved, and the amount of gray matter that is being impacted in many of the regions of the brain? And as you can see here, look at the increase of activity in the regions that regulate many of your executive functions and your emotional regulation. Now, see how it increases the metabolism of glucose in many regions of the brain, allowing to have a much better usage and fluidity of using glucose for what it is, and having less concentration of glucose in your brain, which prevents having Alzheimer's disease. So these are all the evidence that we need. Now we have this scientific proven evidence that meditation is a very novel, holistic technique to allow yourself to have much better physical, mental, molecular, and holistic health, increasing the quality of your life and allowing you to have much more control in your actions, in the way you move in your life, in the way you preserve your memory, in the way you sleep, in the way you interact with the relationships that you have, and pretty much in many of the key areas to also regulate inflammation processes within your body. So I hope that this information is very helpful for you and allows you to see meditation as a very complete technique, very novel, non-invasive technique that will allow you to be simply at peace, happier, and much more in control of your actions, thoughts, choices, and also the behaviors that you are having with everyone. Thank you very much for your attention. As you know, I encourage you to give me comments, reactions, to subscribe to the channel, either in YouTube or in any of the podcast platforms. And it will help me a lot if you really give me a review in the podcast, so that the algorithms and all of these artificial intelligence allows people to have more access to the information. Thank you very much. Also, I encourage you, if you want, that to visit my website, and in the left upper side of the website, there is a link where you can donate to sustain the information of this channel, to support me in this endeavor of helping you with scientific information, wellness, and the 5 pillars of health. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for listening, and we will listen to each other on our next episode. See you. Bye.